Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this replay in the SU-100M1, the other Tier 7 Russian tank destroyer, so not the SU-152. Before we get into the guts of this replay, I just wanted to quickly say a couple of things. Well, really, two things. Firstly, this is the first replay I'm going to show you from patch 9.1. Secondly, I've got quite a few tank destroyer replays to show you, including quite a lot from this machine, so please do bear with me in that regard. And thirdly, I decided to get myself a couple of mods installed. So one of them is Lockerstan's Session Stats mod. Basically, it just tells you how you're doing. It's not an in-game, an in-battle mod. It just tells you in the garage how you're doing. You know, what sort of stats you got for battles, and I just found it helpful to track my progress and see how I'm actually doing, how well I'm playing. And the second should become apparent fairly soon. I'll point out when it happens. So, onto the game. This is a Tier 7 game. We are on Redshire. Our T25-2 has already decided that we're going to lose. And, well, just take a look at the minimap. Yeah, we've got quite a fair few heavy tanks, and they're all basically deciding to sit at the back, which is slightly disconcerting, or go over to the unimportant flank. If you want to know where to take a heavy tank on this map, take it to E0. ARL there is getting the bejesus kicked out of him because he's decided to drive down on the... There we go, sorry, just to interrupt myself. There's the mod. I decided that I needed stuff in this game to sound like Unreal Tournament. So you're going to get things like First Blood, Double Kill, and if you can make your way up to 10 kills, Godlike. Anyway, that's a bit of a laugh. Oh yeah, also one other thing to apologise for, in patch 9.1 replays, colorblind mode seems to be a bit screwed up. So I still have it enabled for any of you out there that are colorblind. But it's working on the minimap, but it's not working when you actually look at what's happening in game. There we go. I get my first kill on the ARL, but I lose my gunner, which is frustrating, and I'm about to make a big mistake. Anyway, yeah, heavy tanks, go to E0, F0, that region. It's a very important bit of the map, and you have the armour and whatnot to fight it out there. So, do so. Right, okay, so our heavy tanks did not go to E0, F0, so I'm trying to provide covering fire to make a mess of the enemy tanks that are going to be coming around. That side of the map. Hopefully this T25 and the ELC are not going to push too far. Now you can see, I mean, I've put replays up of the SU-100M1 before, but you can see you get a good rate of fire, 250 alpha damage, DPM is respectable, if not, you know, off the chart. Hello Mr. ELC. The armour is okay, it can bounce shots from lower tiers, but you shouldn't really rely on it. The gun depression is absolutely appalling. Ouch. Thankfully that shot only really went into my tracks. Or it was a very low caliber gun, I might have lost a bit of health, I didn't really see. So, trying to get some shots off. One on this T150, no, bounced. Which is a shame, but there we go. Right, mistake time. Oh, I dithered around on that ridge too long. KB1S was probably pointing at me. He got a shot into me. I'd previously lost my gunner, now I've lost my driver as well. And because this is such a small tank, it means your 4 crew members are packed in quite tightly, and so you tend to lose them quite a lot. You know, almost every shot that penetrates you knocks out a crew member. One thing I've noticed with this tank is that you're not allowed to play it without sacrificing to the gods of RNG, and that sacrifice comes in the form of an engine and a driver. So many games you lose either your engine or your driver or both, and it's incredibly frustrating. And when you combine that with the terrible gun depression, meaning you have to reveal a lot of your tank sometimes to get shots on people, it can really be a nuisance. But never mind. On with the actual game in hand. It's currently 4-4. There's a KV1S over there that I'm going to try and give the good news to. Hello! And you can see, decent reload on this gun. Goodbye! Double kill! Oh, that's been amusing me endlessly. Now, we put some pain into that VK, and I am backing the hell off. I have 34 health. I have absolutely, ouch, that bounced thankfully. No desire to get shot. Unfortunately, I bounced on that VK. Then the shot goes slightly high and bounces on the T-29's turret. That one just misses the VK as well. I'm getting some terrible luck right at this very moment. And these shots are important. We're 6-5 up, but... oh, there we go. One more to kill this guy. Oh, you're joking. T-29's turret was in the way. Oh my god. But VK is backing off. And there we go. Triple kill. God, it's going to take me a while to not just say that every single time, so I am terribly sorry. Right, we are losing 7 kills to 8. 3 of which on my team are mine. And I'm on 34 health and my engine's damaged. This is not a particularly good position to be in. But anyway, we're going to see what we can do. So, T-150, that shot, don't know if it penned or not. We're capping, which is good. Except it means that basically we have 5 tanks left. And 3 of them are sitting in the blasted cap circle, rather than doing something helpful like killing the enemy team, which is a little bit of a concern. We're 7-10 down. A lot of our heavy tank drivers in this game, maybe they were inexperienced, didn't really know what they were doing, whatever, but whatever it was, it showed. One shot into the T-150 there. Can we put in a second to finish him off? Yes, we can. And thankfully, he bounces on me. Yes, that was, for those that didn't hear, mega kill. Very satisfying. And, oh, suddenly it's just me and a KV-1S versus the world. Oh dear, this is problematic. So, I poodle around at 20-something kilometers an hour, and some of you might say, 20 kilometers an hour? That's not too bad. Well, no. It could be worse. But one of the main reasons to play this tank destroyer in the first place is to get the really nice mobility. I haven't played all of them, but I think it is the most mobile of the tier 7 tank destroyers. That's one of its, you know, good features. You want that. Oh, T-29. Side of his turret. Can we put a shot into that? Oh, yes we can, even though he turned it slightly. Jolly good. And can we put one into his hull? Yes. Oh, but he gets me. He was actually using the 90mm gun, but I think he was able to shoot down on me ever so slightly, so shot into my weaker armor, and that takes me out. And here we have a KV-1S using the 85mm gun, which is a terrible idea for anybody out there. Don't. Is it an 85 or is it 75? I think it's an 85mm gun. Don't use the 85mm gun on the KV-1S. If you're grinding it out, use the 122mm howitzer. And it appears that he has decided that despite the fact that we are being capped, what he really needed to do was kill the artillery. And maybe, to be fair, maybe he'd decided the game was over, he was just going to try and pick up some damage and XP. To which I would ask, why was he over there in the first place? Earlier on in the game, we had 5 tanks left. I think they had about 5, 6, something like that. 3 of them, that's 60% of our team, were sitting in the cap circle. Sorry about that. I just had to cough. Why? If you're sitting in the cap circle most of the time, it means you are achieving nothing for your team. Now, there are some situations when you should cap, definitely. But knowing when not to cap is also important. If we had had those 3 tanks shooting, fighting, killing things, rather than just sitting in the cap circle accumulating cap points that were ultimately not very helpful, maybe that game would have gone better. Maybe that would have been different. Anyway, that game was worth a high caliber and a tank sniper for me, and a first class mastery badge on a defeat, although I had heroic resistance from the Battle Hero Awards. Anyway, this was the first game of patch 9.1 and the first game with the Unreal Tournament sounds, which is always nice. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that game, even if it was a bit of a painful loss. Feel free to stick around, have a look at the post-battle results screens. If you enjoyed it, or if you found it vaguely informative, or whatever, then please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.